Alright.
Alright, we're live.
Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final Safecast of January. And I'm Joe Shorten, going to host today. Someone go.
I'm Nick. I'm here looking at multiple screens, and it's not good for my health.
I'm Janet, and I haven't been here in a long time.
It's been a while.
I'm Steve, and I have been here, but not really.
Alright.
I'm Steve.
Oh, man, you need to get a camera of some sort, or use your tablet or something.
Well, I like that picture.
I like it, too. You look menacing.
You need to be like this.
Alright. So,
All right.
how's everyone been? It's been about a month or so since last
Yeah.
time. What have you guys been up to?
And
Mischief.
lots of Skyrim.
Lots of Skyrim?
Lots of Skyrim.
Yeah, some of the mods you've been telling me are kind of cool that you've been messing around with.
Yeah, but a lot of them require you to go outside of Steam, and you have to like use the I don't know what they're all called, like the different modding programs and stuff you have to get, and it's just
Oh,
not
like
working.
Nexus?
Yeah, like the things that mess around with the actual source files, and
Oh,
SKSE or something like that.
SE, yeah. That's it.
I mean, they look
That's
so
good.
cool. Like, if you could get those working, like, it's like a completely different game.
Yeah. I haven't modded anything. Actually, I haven't touched Skyrim in at least a year, so I can't remember everything.
Yeah.
Modded thief.
I did mod Thief, and then I was disappointed because it was still Thief.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Anything else, Steve?
Not really. I've just been playing that nonstop. I've just been obsessed with it.
Yeah. I know we played a little bit of Smash Brothers here and there. And, the DLC for Mario Kart.
Yeah, that too. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a lot of content in there for what, $7 or whatever. I mean, it's like
Right.
eight new tracks and like
I heard it basically it's like half of a whole game.
kind of. It's at least a
About
quarter.
a fourth. About a fourth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm disappointed now. I'm not getting a Wii U.
That's the
Completely
reason.
unreasonable. I mean,
Well,
No time for that. New 3DS is coming out.
yeah. What about you, Janet? What have you been up to?
I have actually bought games for that big, shiny, expensive PS4 that's sitting in my living room that my roommates are for.
You got the anniversary edition.
You want me to go grab it?
yes.
Yeah. Kind of want to see it.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn off my cam for a sec.
All right, and we'll have Nick. That's what he's been up to.
I've been playing a lot of old school games and failing. I went back through and I played Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 because, you know, if I don't brush up on that every couple of years, I feel like a complete waste of space.
You forget how to play.
Well, like 2 I really did. I haven't played 2 in a long time. I think I must have skipped it last year. 1 I can still just kind of go through like muscle memory. And I think I didn't get hit once until like stage 6 or something.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. 2, there's like, I don't know what was going on with 2. It almost seemed like there was like a latency issue with my controller. What I'm going to do is when I get a chance, I'm going to go to this website called Retro USB and get an adapter for this guy back here for the controllers on that, and then hook them up to the PC so I can play better.
Nice.
Then let's see what else I've been playing. I went back and I'm like slowly going through the new Thief, not the one that Joe hates. I've been doing a lot of streaming lately. I've been doing a lot of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Insurgency lately. Been dicking around a couple other things. Chivalry, I've been playing a lot of lately. Chivalry's a lot of fun.
So pretty.
There goes my cat. But other than that, not a whole lot.
Oh, anyway, so I got this thing.
So shiny.
There's the number. Like, you can't appreciate the engraving on it.
Yeah, not
You're up
that's
close.
Mhm.
But the engraving is on like 90% of it, and the camera matches, and I'm a sucker for like that little colored logo right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I put the 20th anniversary theme on it, so it makes like the PlayStation startup noise now. And I just like cry all over it. It's really great. But I finally bought some PSN games for this, and I'll be picking up Little Big Planet 3 and The Order next month. So, actually looking really forward to The Order.
A lot of people are giving that game crap. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. It looks sweet.
Really?
I played a little bit of it at the PlayStation Experience, and it was fun. And it's real pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a generic sounding game.
Right. I don't know, there's not enough games about werewolves.
Yeah, there's not enough games about werewolves. Not enough games in that like steampunky era that do it well.
Steampunky era that seems reasonable steampunk.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it looks like it could be good. I'm just, not exactly sold on
I
it
need
yet.
something to do with this thing.
Right. It's not something that would make me get a PS4, but
I mean, you could use like it as a weight or something. Or,
It hangs out under my TV with like my 2 PS3s and a Kirby plushie. It's great.
Awesome.
Nice.
Jana, I wanted to ask you. I'm pretty sure you played it on PS4. Did you play Ground Zeroes yet?
No!
Oh,
I
I'm wasting my
played
time.
that.
I
I'm
watched
so
the whole
disappointed.
hour of gameplay of it when my old roommate's like friend was playing it when he was over. And I watched it and I'm like, well, that saved me $30.
So like the thing I've told you this before. I kind of shit on a lot of Metal Gear games because
they're
there's just
bad.
a lot. There's a lot of them I just don't like.
Metal Gear
I
games
was-
is bad.
Yeah, I was impressed with Ground Zeroes. Like really impressed. It's actually good. The controls don't suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, but you're also
yeah,
talking to
control.
someone that actually really liked Acid, and I'm just wrong. So
well,
Acid was bad.
it was
really
cards. I remember I remember not knowing anything about Acid, get my PSP and being like, yeah, Metal Gear on PSP, and it's like, cards? What the fuck?
I'm a fan of terrible card games. I was all about Acid.
I just remember I'm like,
Fantastic.
Frisbee. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I guess we can get right into it because as far as our gaming thing goes, what else have you been playing on that thing?
I picked up Entwined, which is real pretty. It got hard real fast.
Mm.
Like Entwined, you control like 2 characters, and it's somewhere between like a racing and a rhythm game. You have to basically hit certain goalposts as you're traveling through a tunnel, and then you get to be a dragon.
Cool.
That's
Sounds
the
like
game. And I was
Panzer
playing,
Dragon, sort of.
and I was playing Sound Shapes.
Oh, that game looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've made a shit ton of levels in Sound Shapes.
Yeah, Sound Shapes is great. Like, that entire first album of Sound Shapes has got, like, the really catchy banjo music. I'm like, I am all about this game. And then I've been playing Citizens of Earth, which is not the best game, but for being under $15 right now, is a great game.
Right. It just seems really unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. Oh god, it's so funny. It's so cheesy. It's so great. Everyone please go buy Citizens of Earth. And then... Oh, and I've been playing the Monster Hunter 4 demo, and I got a story about that later.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, over the weekend, some internet friends and I were like, oh, we all have the Monster Hunter 4 demo, let's get on this. So the Monster Hunter 4 demo, you've got 3 hunts, the biggest of which is the Gormagala, and you've got maybe, I want to say like 16 or 18 different character classes that are preset and preloaded to choose from so you can try things out. So we were joking around that the hammer in the demo is basically a big football player with a big spiky ball on a stick. And the hammers have a charge-up power that basically they run toward an enemy while they're charged up and then they spin in a circle to attack. And so my friend's like, I have a plan. Let's spin to win the Gormagala. Now, we have died against the Gormagala like 4 times at this point. It's real hard. So it's just 4 of us spinning around, and we almost had it. I'm
Oh,
actually really mad. Bless you, Gore Magala, for wrecking our shit at the last minute. I think my words were, if we beat the Gore Magala by spinning, I'm not going to buy this game. And my friend said, if we beat the Gore Magala by spinning, I'm buying everyone 2 copies.
Nice.
nice.
Oh, man, seriously, Monster Hunter 4, my biggest complaint is that because it's on the 3DS, like, the controls just feel weird because of the buttons.
Right, yeah, I didn't like the controls on that at all.
Like, I'm hoping that the new 3DS that they're coming out with the day before Valentine's Day is a little bit better. But I really, really, really just wish Monster Hunter would go back to the Vita where the buttons feel a little bit more, I guess, okay for the button scheme.
Right,
The-
you need a second stick for a game like that.
Yeah,
That's why I'm happy the new 3DS is going to have one.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little nub, which I'm still wondering how that's
Actually,
gonna
I've heard
feel.
that's surprisingly good.
Really.
Like, people I know that have actually tried it have said it actually works really, really well. Like,
It
I'm
just looks like a
shocked.
little like nipple or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the
Hey.
circle pad on the 3DS doesn't feel like much to begin with, so...
Right, especially
I'm
after Smash
controlling
Bros.
the
came
L
out.
stick and my C stick. Sorry, L control.
I'm just gonna be over here touching this.
I don't need your stupid PlayStation. I have an Athlon 64 coaster.
That's true.
Limited. This was hell to get, by the way. This was
All right. I think we'll be moving on. So, well, I've been playing a ton of stuff. Let's see here. What did I beat? Wolf Among Us, Far Cry 3 finally, and I've been playing through the Bureau XCOM Declassified, which has been a lot better than a lot of people have said. I think they were just pissed because it was, XCOM labeled and not their strategy game that everyone wanted. But so far, it's pretty damn good.
I just didn't think it was, like, I just thought it was mediocre. And I'm like, I've got a ton of games and I've got way better ways to waste my time right now. Maybe I'll go back to it one of these days when all that's left is the mediocre. But for me, it's like, that's the way I felt about it.
Yeah, like, it kind of does feel like a poor man's Mass Effect a little bit. Like, it's not quite, like, a lot of the features and stuff are kind of the same. Like, it has a dialogue, like, circle thing, and it also, like, the cover system and a lot of the combat feels really close. But I think they handled the squad commands better than Mass Effect does. I actually can tell them exactly what I want to do at any time, where Mass Effect kind of felt a little clunky when it came to that. So,
Yeah,
But
I never
otherwise-
actually took your Mass Effect love into consideration there.
yeah. But otherwise, I mean, it's kind of like if a old school like sci-fi, like that 50s genre of sci-fi, like was brought a little more to modern day, and I kind of think it's kind of a cool setting and everything that they did for it. So.
Yeah, I
Everyone
actually
has-
like that. I mean, that's one of the reasons I like, probably like Black Ops is one of my favorite, Call of Duties, because it had that 60s aesthetic to it. It was just, I like that time period. I don't know why.
Everyone
like
has
hats.
fedoras, and it's lovely.
Yeah. I just like the hat. I want to wear a
Yeah.
hat like that. Like, I can't get away with that now. Sucks.
No.
No.
Like, I still do it, but still,
Yeah, I have one. Well, I very rarely wear it.
I have an Indiana Jones hat, too, so, and I wear
Nice.
that. People are like, hey, mind your own damn business.
Yeah, I try to only wear mine when I'm actually somewhat fancier dressed, and I still want to wear a hat because I wear hats. Most of the time, this is probably the first podcast with a video I'm not wearing a hat. So
Yeah. Well, now to think about it, it might not be so much the hat, the fact that I have a whip on me when I go down the street. But,
that might be your problem. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on where you're going. Some people, that's what you
Gaben, come here.
All right. Well, I guess with that, we will move on to the Windows 10 events, and of course, all the news around Windows 10. So, how's everyone feeling about that? Of course, the big
Do I
news
want the free version? Is it really going to be add and keylogged?
Yeah.
Probably. It's like anytime somebody gives you something for free, you
Yeah.
need to ask, Like it. Okay, this was
I would sooner have the
$120.
shitty little paperclip in the corner forever.
No, you have Cortana now instead.
Yeah.
And can I put her in the shape of the little shitty paperclip? Paperclip was great.
I mean, she's a hologram, so I don't see why not.
They'll probably have little add-ons for that.
Yeah, downloadable skins.
Yeah,
Downloadable
somebody else.
Cortana.
So why would you want to change Cortana's look? I'm just gonna be honest here.
Because I'm not necessarily hot for a hologram. I can't do anything with it.
And I draw the line at robot.
Because you can do anything with anything that's on your computer.
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, I don't want Nick to prove this to me. Anyway, yeah. I think it's awesome though that they're gonna, give it away for free for people who actually, own Windows previously. I think that's a great idea. I don't know why they haven't been doing that before, anyway.
I'm iffy on it. I would sooner have like a discount on buying a non-ad supported version. Like, I'm not against paying for upgrades if it's a worthwhile upgrade, and I think that a customer loyalty discount is way better than having like an automatic keylogger and ads thrown in everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, is that stuff actually confirmed to be in it, or is that just speculation?
In it now, in the preview now, there is a keylogger. They're claiming the keylogger is to improve, prediction and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
I don't believe that excuse because Windows, if you've ever used Windows 10, Windows 10 is to 8.1 as Vista was to 7. It's just basically like a reskin with some minor upgrades.
Yeah.
They've already got pretty damn good prediction in there.
Mhm.
So I don't see any reason for it to be a keylogger. And I'm really waiting to see when that thing comes out because if there is a keylogger in it, they have to put it in the contract information.
Right.
They
The
can't
stuff that nobody
legally put
reads.
that. Yeah, they can't legally put it in there without stating. If it's in there illegally, then they're in big trouble. So
I can't wait for it to log all of my like terrible figure buying habits. We see you're buying figures. You might want to stop.
That's what it said.
now
Just
Cortana will be
over
like,
here.
check it out! I found this awesome, like, Metal Gear, and you'll just be like, what? Greatest operating system ever!
I've got Nendoroid Snake coming in this month. He's gonna be so cute.
Get one of those cool ass
Tiny,
airsoft
angry
pistols.
figure. It's gonna be great.
You guys
I
ever
can
see?
see it now. Hey, we found the current yen to dollar ratio for you. Oh, thanks, Cortana.
You guys ever see the Metal Gear airsoft pistols that they sell in Japan?
Yeah.
Those things are badass. They got like one that's got like glow in the dark like airsofts, and it like strobes when you shoot it out, so it looks like tracers are coming out. It's like, yeah, they make cool ass toys over there. I want to live in Japan. We suck. It's like a third world country here. I'm wanting to be, but anyways.
So, out of curiosity, I mean, Nick, you've used Windows 10. I've been using it. How do you feel about it so far?
Well, I used it at one time when we were podcasting, and it crashed the whole podcast.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
I mean, to its credit, it came out just this week. Let me put it on. Nothing can go wrong.
Right.
I mean, it literally is Windows 8.1 with a reskin. Like, they've changed the way the start menu works, and there's some, like, virtual desktops now, so if you just have one monitor for some reason, you can, like, swipe left and right for, like, different desktops, but...
Nice.
Yeah, it still has some issues like Steam. Like, if you open up Steam and leave it on your desktop and you go to another desktop, it's still there. It, like, exists in every single desktop.
Huh.
So, there's, like, dumb shit like that still going on with it. I have not used Cortana, because I kind of, like, bailed out after that, went back to 8.1 because it was so...
Yeah. I haven't used Cortana yet. I haven't had a mic hooked up to that computer that I have Windows 10 on, but so far it works good for me. I'm only using a single monitor for it, and I've only ran into like one or two games on there that for some reason don't want to work. They're mostly really old now anyway, so. But otherwise, everything works fine and works good. I mean, I haven't had too many.
Can I ask Cortana where to hide a body and it won't arrest me?
Is
Maybe.
Cortana allowed to forward information to the authorities?
I would assume it will.
Is
it's
thing
Cortana
planned
the
or not.
NSA?
Well, I mean, can Siri do that?
As far as I know, that has happened where somebody has asked Siri to where can I dump a body, like an actual murder, and that's how they got caught. So
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
guess
So I can't
yes.
trust my AI butler until I make
No.
one that doesn't contact the authorities.
That's not your AI butler. It's somebody else's AI butler on rent. So, anyways, they also. Oh, do you want to add something, dude?
Nope, go for it.
They also had HoloLens.
Of course.
That looks
Wait,
awesome.
if it works, it is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of tech sites are actually saying when they went and looked at like Google Glass. If you remember, Google Glass came out. They went and looked at it and they tried it, and all the sites didn't really give Google Glass a favorable review. So either these guys are all bought and paid for, or it really is that amazing when they went and tried it at the event. So
It
I mean,
feels
these-
like a tech leap beyond Google Glass, which is weird because Google Glass isn't even officially released yet. Like it seems like a natural progression that would come after that.
I don't know. Like
Mhm.
the thing about Google Glass is everyone I know that had the chance to try it or bought into the like beta for it said it was actually really cool.
Oh yeah, I mean it is. It's I don't know. I
Mhm.
just feel like this is even better.
Yeah, this is.
I mean,
seems a lot
I'm also under the opinion that tech sites are under the Google is currently the devil sort of thing because they also seem to hate the self-driving cars that are super cute.
better.
And I
Those
can't
cars
wait for a
do seem
self-driving
amazing.
car.
this is why you need to go independent tech syndicate. They don't hate Google necessarily. They just don't like evil.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, from what they showed, from in that demo, I don't know how accurate it is because it was still through like a camera, but it's supposed to be like imitating what she was seeing, and
Yeah.
it did look amazing. And also that idea that you can just throw up like a screen up onto like a wall or somewhere. Like, why do we need TVs anymore if we have that?
Right. You just have a
Well,
big
because
wall.
you'd still look like a goofball with that big.
I know.
Head.
Oh, they just need to make it look like Jory LaForge have an advisor.
Yeah, because that's appealing.
Oh, how is it not?
It would sell to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what that thing actually was in real life? It was like one of those hair cinctures that they like put a
Yeah.
thing on and just spray painted it over.
I mean, you could
But,
see it right in the window. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I was wondering is they say like the actual computer is like integrated into the headset.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
I'm
all
wondering
inside
how
of it.
hot that damn thing is going to get on your head.
They mentioned that, and they said it has the vents on the side, so it releases the air from the side, so it doesn't heat up. But
Well, I
Oh.
mean, I have a laptop and it has
Right,
vents on
yeah.
the side too, but my hand still gets hot on the keyboard.
right,
Right.
yeah, I don't know how that's gonna
Yeah, I
be.
mean, my phone eventually gets hot, and I'm assuming it's probably still running on something comparable to what phone hardware is.
Yeah. But I mean, I was intrigued. I'm gonna keep an open mind. It's the same thing with like Oculus Rift. I don't like trash it until I try it. So
Right. I
I've
mean,
tried it.
it's
and-
been in development for 5 years, and they just somehow kept that under wraps all this time. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like something they're just under.
I
Like,
will.
they didn't just start on it; it's been in development for a long time.
I applaud them on that. Good job, because it's really hard to keep secrets nowadays.
Yeah, I have no idea how nobody leaked that.
yeah. And the only other thing that came out that was Spartan new web browser because they're
Right,
just
which I
naming
think-
everything after Halo now.
Because Halo prints money.
Yeah,
it's
it does.
their one memorable franchise.
We'll see.
That's all I need
It's
is-
probably just a rebranding of Internet Explorer, to be honest.
I'm sure.
Because everyone knows Internet Explorer sucks. So we're like, well, we're gonna just re-release and we're gonna change the name of it, even though we won't tell them that.
That's all I need is Cortana plugged into the head of the Spartan, and I'm sitting there trying to watch porn, and all of a sudden have my web browser start judging me and go, "Really, really, you're gonna watch
Whatever.
that?"
She might give you some really good suggestions. She's very helpful.
We see
And then
really like
Cortana will
this
be like,
May we suggest?
Maybe you want bondage.
"We found better bondage porn here at this site."
Mhm.
We
Sponsored by
signed you up
Microsoft.
for a free trial at this site.
Has HoloLens support if you want to burn your eyes out. Yeah. God. There's some things that just shouldn't be high def. Anyways.
What else did they show? I mean, I know they showed off Fable Legends, which I actually got in the beta for that for Windows 10.
Yeah,
It's not out. It's not out yet, but it is kind of cool that they're going to let that be able to cross play over Xbox One, even though there's tons of stuff that does that nowadays. So they're really kind of starting to catch up with that.
Yeah, you reminded me on that too. I'm kind of curious. They're saying that's going to be Xbox Live only, cross PC and computer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you're going to need to pay for Xbox Live on PC for that to work.
Yeah, you might be right. You're probably right.
I'm just wildly guessing, but and especially after that announcement that you have the ability to stream your Xbox One games to
man.
It's like, what I've been waiting for, an inferior machine to
an inferior machine to stream
superior
to your better
one.
Yeah.
Only have a $500 graphics card. What do I want to see? Anything.
Even though it'll stream to tablets and stuff too, which I guess is kind of cool. And I guess
that's cool. That is.
They're
cool.
working on. Yeah, I guess like the Xbox One controller will be able to hook up like Bluetooth on the Windows Phone and stuff. So I mean, that's kind of a cool part of it. So.
Theoretically, if I had a PS4 stole Janet's, I could stream PlayStation to this phone. So.
Oh yeah, because you have a
Sony phone.
Yep. Sony Master Race.
That's Sony Master Race. Please help me.
Well, I sold that for a CPU. Sorry, can't help you there.
I don't know. I like my Vita.
Yeah, I just had mine longer than yours, so I've run out of games to play for it.
So, any other comments on the Windows 10 event? How did everyone feel? Phil Spencer with the Battletoads shirt?
I was at work for the Windows 10 event. All I heard was my IT guy muttering in the back going, "Oh, fuck." Like every 20 minutes. I don't know if it was a good oh fuck or a bad oh fuck because we do have a bunch of products that run on 8.1.
The thing is for IT people, every time a new operating system comes out, they have to change everything they fucking do, and it worries the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Well, one of the heads of the company is like real against Windows as it is, so I'm betting the IT guy. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He, like, twice a month, he just goes on this weird rant about Windows, and I'm just like, don't you have work to do, sir? The network went down again.
That sounds pretty accurate. I just go on wild rants like that with people, like, around, just whoever's around me. I just, like, draw them in on, like, why I hate, like, something. Like, I'll just go on, like, a wild rant about, like, Xbox and what bugs me about it. And it's like, the only people around me be, like, my mom, and she's just like, fuck are you? I don't understand anything that's coming out of your mouth.
I can't go on wild rants about anything at work that I want to rant about, because it's always, like, really expensive figures or really expensive food, and everyone I work with is boring.
I mean, if they were at least polite, they would go,
Actually, no, my coworker did get me, like, some really cool action figures for my birthday, so.
Cool. So how's that Ouya going?
I packed it up before I moved, and I haven't taken it back out since. I'm personally waiting for that Dragon Cancer, but I think I got a Steam code for it instead of doing a Ouya code.
Right, there's like nothing exclusive to the Ouya.
I feel really bad because I wanted to believe, and this was just like, the biggest letdown in a long time. I mean, it was only a $100 letdown, so...
Right.
Yeah, it was a cheap date, so...
I mean, I've lost more money lending money to friends that disappear on me. At least I actually got the product, and it's there. And if they would just put a Netflix client on it, I would hook it up to the TV in my bedroom.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have that yet. Well, my biggest problem with the Ouya was that it was trying to do its own version of the Android operating system instead of just letting Android stuff work on it.
A lot of phone companies alter Android over the top, though. So.
Well, they do, but they still let you have access to the Google Store and all the Google stuff that comes with Android normally. They just put their own little stuff on top of that.
Like, I feel that if the Ouya could get like a Netflix and a Hulu client, I would use it a lot more, if only for the streaming options, because I don't want to have to buy something extra if I have something that could already do it.
I agree, and the only problem was the Ouya was a freaking failure.
It was.
They're
They tried.
not gonna update the shit out of that anymore.
They tried.
I'm gonna like spin off of like the pre-prepared show list because I just remembered. What do you think about Razor Forge that got shown off?
That does look lovely.
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah, I'm
That's
really sad I
basically-
didn't go to CES this year. Like, I could have gone, but like
Yeah, you could
work
have seen all
got
this stuff in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The keyboard and the mouse setup is already kind of what sold it to me. Like everything else, oh, that's pretty cool. But once I saw that, I'm like, yes, I want it.
Yeah. Like the only thing
Well,
I'm kind of like,
But
Sorry.
the ultimate thing is, would you end up using it?
yes,
Oh, I would use it.
because it's
I already
Google
have
TV. It actually does have all the clients and stuff on it already.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a living room PC as it sits right now that I stream to. So, and
Like,
this would just replace it, and it'd probably be better.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
and then
I've got this thing, and then I've got my TV's actually a smart TV, so for the most part, it's been pretty good about as far as like all of my streaming needs.
I just got a dumb TV. Like when I turn it on, it's like, you want me on? I want to? Okay.
It's so
Mine's just
hard
an
to
old big
buy.
ass TV.
Like when I bought my TV last year, it was almost impossible to find a good, solid brand name dumb TV in a giant size.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
over like 42 inches was all smart TVs. I'm like,
I don't know, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the smart TVs I've used. I honestly don't like using the smart aspect of them because I feel they're too slow. Like
Yeah.
after using like other like actual hardware attached to it, that stuff moves so much faster than the actual smart TV.
yeah,
does.
like my biggest problem has been a lot of the search functionality on some of the streaming apps on my TV are just incredibly lacking.
Mhm.
Because like the Hulu one is pretty standardized between like my PS4 and my TV, where the Netflix client is miserable and the Crunchyroll client is almost impossible to search for.
Yeah. Actually, I saw on the Wii U they had a Crunchyroll the other day. For some reason, it was like a big deal. Like it advertised on my little pad and everything. Like, we have Crunchyroll now. I'm like, okay.
I keep meaning to cancel my subscription, then I realize that it's just really nice to just be able to watch things on my TV.
Right.
I have a nice big comfy couch. I have like this really nice Samsung television in my living room. I can watch with my roommate and my boyfriend, and we can all watch shows together, and my Crunchyroll account's never going to get deactivated. What have I done?
I have a shelf
Yes, you do.
and a chair. What
I
have I
have
done?
people I should be social with. I did buy Cowboy Bebop last weekend, though.
About time.
Everyone should own that.
Yeah.
Well, because like the con I was at had a bunch of Cowboy Bebop events, so I finally have a Steve Blum autograph.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Oh.
So, what were we talking about?
I don't want to wait for loves to be over. Oh, sorry. What?
We were talking about all.
Oh, I'm
Can we
sorry.
talk about Friends instead, and how like that show's really stressful if you're like in your mid-20s?
Yeah, kind of is, and I've been watching it constantly, and there's a few times I'm like, man, right here, hitting right here.
No, my roommate and I were watching it while we were like sewing up costumes because it's nice background noise, and I was just really stressed for the entire first season because I'm like, Monica's my age! Oh God!
Oh, I know. There's a few times when they're like, yeah, they're 26. I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I'm sitting here talking to you assholes.
Friends is stressful.
I need to go home and rethink my life. Well, I am home.
Yeah.
Like, the one thing I saw on that show is like, okay, I actually do relate to this show for the one time is like where they had a fire in the building. It's like, should we go? And they're watching Beavis and Butthead. He puts his hand on the floor and goes, nope, it's not warm yet. We still have some time.
Yeah. Oh, that show was great.
Yep.
Anyways, well, I guess speaking of TV shows and movies, everyone here, new Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Yeah.
That just came
And
out. That news came out today.
Yeah.
The only person that cast that I really care for is McCarthy. I think she's awesome.
Yeah. I like Kristen Wiig too.
I have like zero opinions because the only movies I watch are children's movies. Like the last movie I saw in theaters was Big Hero 6, and I meant to go see Birdman because Birdman looked absurd.
Yeah,
You know, I don't,
Ponyo still sucks.
I'm not into children's movies a whole lot, but you know, Frozen was like a weird wave of something that could not be avoided. Like I even saw Frozen.
My
have not seen it.
opinions
I still
on
haven't
Frozen
seen it.
are that it's really pretty, but Tangled was a better movie.
Yeah, I just
Frozen
feel like
is not
Frozen.
bad. I think Frozen just tapped into a really good market.
Yeah. I just feel like Frozen's one of those movies. If you don't see it yet, sooner or later somebody's gonna sit you down like in a Clockwork Orange and just go.
My old roommate and I, like, we rented it and we watched it and we're like, huh, all right. You want to watch Tangled again? Tangled was great.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of news on it. I guess it's not finalized yet, but I'm like stupid excited for Ghostbusters because I think they're doing it the right way. They're not trying, from what I understand and what the rumors are, they're not trying to like, this woman's gonna be Spangler. No, they're like actually giving them like new names and new identities and everything, doing it the right way. So.
Hasn't this been in the works for a really long time? Like, weren't they originally planning on bringing back the cast from the old movies?
Well,
Yeah.
it was Dan Aykroyd was making a big push for that for years, and then he got lost with Crystal Head Skull vodka or something, and everybody else is like, Bill Murray's like, I'm a real actor now somehow.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bill Murray, like, if you ever saw the ads for the Grand Budapest Hotel, they make it out like Bill Murray has this huge part. Bill Murray is in that movie for 10 seconds. Grand Budapest Hotel, totally worth watching because it's really good.
Mhm.
He's in that movie for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't go in expecting
Just
to
watch
see
those
that.
10 seconds.
No, the rest of the movie is really great. It's about this guy who runs a hotel who may or may not have killed a man. Willem Dafoe, like, kills a bunch of people in that movie.
Oh, well, that's Willem Dafoe. Come on.
Adrian Brody has a really menacing mustache.
I mean, the only person they could have done to get it better is like Christopher Walken, who has actually had people in his life disappear mysteriously around him. It's like, I went out on that boat and then only two of us came back. I don't know what happened. Hey,
All right. What?
you're the host.
Oh, I know. All right. Well, I wasn't sure whether we were done or not. All right. I guess move on to the new GeForce cards. The other day they just announced the GeForce GTX 960, and also apparently the 970 has been having memory problems. Care to explain some of this?
Yeah, so the 960, I'm just going to start off. It's a lot of people have been getting upset about it because it's just got a little bit of the extra performance from the 760,
Yeah.
but it is way stupid quieter, power efficient. You can run like three. Well, you can't run three of them in SLI because it's only two-way, but theoretically, if you could, you can run three of them on like 600-watt power supply, which is like stupid cheap nowadays. So this is going to open up the market for people that really don't have a lot of money for a graphics card. So $200, you're going to destroy pretty much 1080. I mean, there's going to be some games out there it's still going to have some problems with, but it's a good card.
Right.
One of the things that's been getting dinged on is the 2 GB frame buffer, which a lot of people need to get this through their head. Is textures on games now are getting geared for 4K resolution.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you're playing at 1080, you're not going to get much benefit from having the games on Insane anymore. You're going to want to knock them down to high and play it that way. But there's some awesome-ass cards out there. I was telling you about the Zotac one. It's like $210, and it's like an all-metal shroud and back plate. And, like, the fans only spin when it like actually needs it. Otherwise, they just like stay off.
Right.
Okay, so now the 970 memory gate issue. So what this has to do with the way that they bend the GPU. So I actually want to find something really quick here.
Yeah.
So
Just a little side note on it. A lot of people have been asking me, like, what's the big thing about the 900 series over, the 700 series, and I've pretty much been. It's a little bit better performance, not too crazy, but the main thing is power consumption has been cut down significantly over the 700 series, so that's kind of the biggest deal about it, and which means you can add, you can do SLI a lot easier and whatnot as well. So
yeah. So I mean, you can do that, but it's also the 980 and the 970 are a lot more powerful.
yeah, they're definitely more powerful.
The 960, the reason people were disappointed is because it didn't have that same kind of power oomph over the 760. So, so here we go. I'm gonna try this screen sharing shit again. We'll see how this works.
Oh boy, see how this
Screen
goes.
Share my credit card number.
Oh, let's see that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Infinity and beyond. Okay, so this is a Tech Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go here to this site, you'll see they've got the revised specs for the 970. So their claim is the PR department screwed up and said it had 64 ROPS instead of 56. One of the things that they did is if you look at it, it's like the chip's got like what they call a crossbar. It's like the high-speed lane in and out from the PCI Express. And there's 4 clusters of what they call SMMs now. They're CUDA cores. There's 128 per SMM. For the 960, it disabled 3 of those. So each cluster's got 4. There's 4 altogether of 4 clusters, and they disabled 3 to get the the 1600 CUDA cores. It has now 1664 instead of 2048. So now they're starting to say, NVIDIA says it's a miscommunication, but if you go into, say, like NVIDIA Inspector and actually look at what the BIOS is reporting for ROPS, it says 64. So they're saying it was a mistake, but I don't think the PR team would be responsible for programming the BIOS on the card.
Right.
So I'm going to start leaning towards this was actual deception on NVIDIA's part. So the problem with the memory is you hit 3.5 gigahertz. It's still a 256-bit bus. Each memory chip on the card has its L2 cache assigned to it along with a memory controller. And then every 2 L2s and a memory controller inside of like a block. And each L2 can access either one of the 2 memory controllers, right? So, oh, shit. Maybe I should turn screen share off.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So, anyways, you got the block of L2. You got the 2 L2s. Also, on the 971, those L2s is disabled. It's whichever one doesn't work when you're binning it. So what they do is like one of the L2s accesses both memory controllers, and whichever one is the secondary one's being accessed, it runs at a lower speed. So it's like you have 3.5 gigahertz of memory and like a 500 meg like L3 cache almost.
All right. Are you saying? Do you mean gigabytes or gigahertz?
Oh, gigabytes. Sorry.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So, yeah, so you have 3.5 gigabytes of memory, and then there's an extra 500 chip on there. That's still fast. It's faster in system memory. But if you hit that, like say if you're doing like CUDA applications, it could slow you down. But in games, it's really not going to do anything because the memory bandwidth in GPU memory is so fast. It's like we talked with the PCI Express before. It doesn't matter if you have 2.0 or 3.0. You're still not saturating that for that particular function. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, the 970 is still a good card. It's still good for that function. If you're using it for work purposes, like actual applications and CUDA calculations or anything like that, I'd probably skip on it and go to a 900.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, but right now I'm not really. Most of my stuff is mostly CPU based. I was messing with V-Ray a little bit the other day, and it does do some CUDA calculations, but it's very minimum. It's pretty much just to help out the CPU a little bit. So.
Yeah, but if you're trying to cure cancer, you're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
But then again, like if you're trying to cure cancer, you're probably getting a Titan. You're not getting one of these.
Yeah, you wouldn't mess with it.
I mean, people have kind of blown it up into a bigger deal as far as the performance is on it. It was a benchmark that NVIDIA came out specifically for CUDA that showed the problem. Actual gaming benchmarks, it's not shown up. So the 970, I would still say is a good buy. You gotta remember AMD's got the 300 series probably coming out soon, so you might want to wait for that. But as far as I'm concerned, the thing that's important to me is it does seem that NVIDIA did intentionally lie about the product from the beginning.
Yeah, it seemed definitely
Because
intense.
I don't see why the BIOS would report 64, or why
Unless
the PR team would be programming that.
Right.
So that's just a little bit of investigation I've done to this point. I haven't gotten to dig any further, and NVIDIA's really been kind of coy with saying what's going on with this. They've given a full explanation of how the actual card's been now, but other than that, they haven't really said much of anything. So we'll just have to wait and see what goes on with that.
Mhm.
I think they owe gamers at least a free game for buying that, for being deceived.
Yeah, probably. Well, all right. Well, since that's all PC gaming, you
Sorry, Janet.
the gamer where they're saying stop calling ourselves the PC Master Race, and you know what? I definitely agree with it, but there's still part of me that kind of likes doing it. But I'm
Master Race gets T-shirts. You can get a PC Master Race T-shirt. Why would we want to let that go?
Sony's the Master.
My PS4.
But anyways, I don't know what do you guys feel on this? Do you think that since we're all I don't know if Janet's that much of a PC gamer, but I know the other three of us definitely are, and
I hardly even play video games anymore because I'm
Yeah.
trash.
uh,
I come
Oh,
home
sad.
and I sleep.
As she hugs her PS4 special edition.
PS4. I don't know. I've been
Yeah.
watching a lot of Twin Peaks lately. No time for video games. Only time for Twin Peaks.
screensaver.
See, Janet doesn't need us because all she needs to do is do a Jessica Chobot and lick her PS4, and she'll become more famous than any of us.
Why would I lick this? This is gross. It's got germs.
You lose smudges on it.
Oh god, the shiny part is so smudgy. Why is it shiny? There's no need for this part to be shiny.
So yeah. Anyways, I read the article. I completely disagree with him. It's a form of comedy. It's just satire. It was never
Yeah.
meant to be taken seriously.
Right, it's a tongue-in-cheek kind of joke saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
the people that take it seriously, that's a whole nother thing. But I think the majority of us, if we say it, it's mostly just a joke with people.
Hold on.
It's
I
not-
wonder if I can find the PC Mustard Race shirt, because that was the shirt I actually wanted.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Mustard Race, hell yeah.
But
Oh, you guys want to get Mustard Race shirts?
sure. We'll just wear them one
Yeah.
day. Whatever. But here we go. Mustard Race.
No, we lost Steve.
Where'd Steve
Oh, he'll
go?
never get a Mustard Race shirt.
Anyways,
I mean, I could just get an installed Gen 2 shirt and kill myself.
Well, but anyways, turns out the guy has been also dating somebody from Ubisoft, and in the past has been giving Ubisoft favorable comments and stuff.
no.
So,
That explains.
Wow! That's why he wants the Mustard Race dead.
yeah, so there's some speculation. What the hell's a speculation?
I don't know.
Anyways,
Probably some medical procedure we don't want to go into.
let me check. Yeah, I don't think I've had that done. Anyways, there's some people are wondering if he's actually just, he's obviously a journalist, but is he actually really hardcore about PC gaming? They've noticed in the past that he's talked about more Xbox games than he has PC games and stuff. So
Xbox is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft's PC. It's all the same, right?
well, only if you stream it to your PC. It's yeah. But anyways, I mean, I don't have much else to say about that besides I'm just going to say PC Master Race, maybe you should be looking for some different people besides this Tyler Wilde. This guy's
Of all the things to be upset about, PC Master Race isn't even the worst one.
No.
yeah,
Like,
it's
People
really not
talk
at all.
about how Nintendo is for children, and let me tell you what, I don't know anyone under the age of 18 that owns Nintendo products.
I do. I know a lot.
Did you
Sorry.
put them
All
there?
my cousins own tablets.
I mean, my nephews and whatnot own tablets, but they have Nintendo stuff as well.
most of like my younger cousins and their friends seem to have just abandoned Nintendo. I also got told by a 12-year-old once that I was playing a baby game when I was playing Animal Crossing, and I just about smacked her in the mouth. She doesn't understand. My citizens have needs. I'm the only one that can make money.
Don't you understand? If I don't get fruit, I will get kicked out of my house because Tom Nook is a fucking bastard.
Don't you understand?
Real adult problems.
My citizens cannot work because they're dumb. I need to take care of them by fishing. That sounds stupid. So does Minecraft. You want to fight, you're 12.
This is life. Life is stupid.
Life is about doing shitty jobs to make other people happy.
Yeah. You always owe someone money.
Life is about paying back the debt you incurred to have the nice things.
Yeah.
When I was in Animal Crossing and it snowed, I had to walk in my bare feet to get frozen fruit off the damn tree.
There's still both ways. Somehow.
Next year, or next Animal Crossing on the next Nintendo system, through Nintendo Hollow Glass.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm just saying, Animal Crossing Wii U might sell me. Like, I'm teetering at the edge with Bayonetta.
I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Bayonetta's so damn good.
Christmas was expensive. Also, this was expensive. I had to pay extra to get a hold of the wristband to actually buy this, so... It was a mess trying to get a hold of this.
Be proud of it.
Had to murder somebody.
Well, it's just like, I went to the PlayStation Experience. I got there stupid early and there was already a line. I got there at 7 a.m. Doors didn't open for the keynote until like 10.
Wow.
No, we got there maybe earlier. And there were, like, a friend of mine got there like 3 in the morning. Only the first 100 people were eligible to even buy one of these. And they had to ship it to you anyway, which was probably the better plan. But they didn't tell us anything at the keynote. We all just, like, rush over to the little, like, store section, and the lady's like, did they not tell you guys? We don't know either. It's your job to know!
Great. Well, anyways, it seems like that little nugget was short-lived. We don't agree with Guy, and we like our damn PCs. So,
Oh, is that
anyways,
what we're talking about? I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
PC
exactly.
painting.
Anyways, I guess we move on to our other subject of Unreal 4. How's everyone feeling about it? I know, like, the first few games kind of came out for it weren't that spectacular, but I think it's
But
starting
that
to show.
Paris demo, real pretty.
Dude,
Yeah,
Daylight,
Insane.
Daylight was fucking awesome. I don't know what you're talking about. That game was
It's a
fantastic.
good game, but it wasn't like. I mean, one of the things you look for in engines, of course, is like what can it do, like graphically and everything. And Daylight wasn't the best one for that.
Oh, shut up. It
So-
did physics. It made you happy.
It did, but
It does have a lot of physics support built into it.
it does.
Like,
Well, yeah.
as pretty as Unreal 4 is, I'm almost worried that once we get, like, too realistic, then the games are actually going to have to start being games again and actually have to cope for graphics. There's only so much pretty you can put into a game before people are like, well, I might as well just read a book.
We'll see.
I've been playing a lot of really, like, non-realistic looking games lately, so hyper-realism is great and all to a point.
Right. I mean, Unreal 4 can do that kind of stuff too. There's a lot of like filters
Yeah.
and stuff built in for
Yeah.
making stylized games, and
Yeah,
cell shading and all that.
Right. That's the wonderful thing I think about Unreal 4 compared to Unreal 3 was that it's so much more versatile and like what it can do.
And can I take it out of first-person mode real easy?
Yeah,
It's really there's a
it
there's
just
a
does it
template
like a
for it.
button. Yeah, there's a button press pretty much.
Oh,
It just does
wow.
it. I remember what was it? I was talking to Greg when Unreal 4 came out, and like you remember he wrote like this beautiful script and everything so that he could actually get it out first-person mode for
Right.
Unreal 3. And now he's like, damn it, it's a press of a fucking button in Unreal 4.
The only other like thing I have about Unreal 4 is I know like the lead dev for Wander,
Mhm.
and he's freaking out because to renew the license on the PS4 is $100,000.
Wow.
Wow.
That is a lot. The thing is, I'm at least like the PC developer thing for it. It's only what $20 a month, and you can pretty much cancel and you keep it.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
You only keep paying if you want to keep getting updates. So you don't have to pay for it once, and then you can download it and learn how to use it.
that's
I think
seriously got to be hurting Unity.
that's-
Like seriously.
That bothers me because I was gonna get a subscription for Motion Builder so I could get back into mocap stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you could only get Motion Builder if you get like the Maya Core stuff,
Yeah.
and that's $300 a month."
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's not like you don't want. Why wouldn't you want Maya? You do that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm really good at motion capture a lot more than I am like modeling.
I've gotten really good with it, but that's just because I work with it on a regular basis now.
It's kind of silly that they force you to get all that stuff together, though.
Yeah,
You should be able to pick and choose which programs you want.
Yeah.
I feel there's a way to get it separately, but it's just
I
somehow
haven't
cheaper not to get it separately.
I haven't found a way yet, and Autodesk has been really shady about it. Like, I asked
They're
them, I
always
emailed
really
them, they're like, "Oh, well, we have a subscription package for this much." I'm like, $300 is my car payment.
Okay, you want me to tell you how shady Autodesk is? All right, so when I was actually down at YEI working with them, we called them or whatever because we had to we're having problems with our subscriptions because we got brand new computers, so we had to change licenses over.
Yeah.
And I called them up and they're like, "We're sorry, our phone tech support is down for the whole month of June."
Nice.
I'm like, "Dude, you can't." Only Autodesk could get away with that, and no one bitches.
Right. It's like, all right, well,
Well, I mean,
we
everyone will
pay
bitch.
for the month of June.
I'm not
You can't
making
do
fun of
anything 'cause they
Jesus. I'm
rule our
doing my
world.
T-pose.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
mean-
like a Photoshop subscription monthly is like $20. I'm like, that's a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
See, that's pretty good. But,
I mean, I wouldn't even mind paying like $50 to get a hold of just Motion Builder. But to lock it away in a package that costs as much as my car payment a month is absurd.
Well, anyways, back onto the subject though. Do you think that Unreal, because of its price, I mean, I think Unreal 4 so far, what I messed with it, it's so much more accessible, and I feel like I can, at least from an artist perspective, I know from programmers it's a little fidgety at first, but
If the scripting is better, then more people will like it.
Right.
Right.
I mean, from an artist perspective, it's absolutely a lot better. Like, the way that they changed Kismet into Blueprint, like, you can do pretty much anything with Blueprint and, like, not have any coding
yeah,
experience
it's
whatsoever.
all visually set up, and you just like make links and stuff.
Right, it works
that
the
one-
same as their
that-
material editor or any of that stuff. Like,
I mean, I know some programming, but honestly, most of the time I'm like, okay, I know the syntax, I know how that works, but I'm like, what the hell do I type here?
right.
This is what I
Yeah,
want.
like,
So,
you understand, like, the concept of what you need to make work here, but you don't know how to do it, basically.
right. So,
So with Blueprint, that's all visual and really easy to do.
yeah, I mean, it's just you can just do it there. It makes it a lot easier. I'm still wondering how much Blueprint versus code takes up on resources. I'm not 100%
I'm not
sure. But I mean, so far I think
All I know is for my tiny game I made over the weekend for the Global Game Jam, it was like
Mhm.
600 megabytes for just that little tiny game I made.
mhm.
I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm sure like I'm talking like how much it takes to process stuff that's made in Blueprint versus code, because
Yeah.
it's got to be a lot of code to get Blueprint to work right. So, but I still think I'm wondering because of its price, and I know CryEngine cut its price to $10. Then there's Unity, which is supposed to be that last generation. Unity was the independent gamer engine.
Yeah.
I think that's going to change this time around unless Unity does something crazy, because
I
right now
think
Unity
Unity
is
will
the most
probably announce
expensive.
something crazy at GDC.
Probably.
I guess in the long run, Unity is cheaper, depending on how you do it. Because how much is Unity right now for a license? You have to pay in one shot, but it might be over if you're developing for like 2 years or something. It might end up being cheaper.
I think you have to. I think it may be $10,000 for like a full-up license, but that's not terrible. Because I know that
I thought it was only like 1500.
it was like $10,000.
Yeah, I thought it was actually only like 1,500 or something.
Well,
It's not
it's
the
cheaper than I
full license, but it gives you access to most stuff. Like you can't
Right.
get into the actual like source code.
Right.
of
Basically,
Unity.
like if you're a AAA like studio, they're gonna be like, okay, you can't buy this license. Like you have to make under a certain threshold to be eligible to purchase like the cheaper
Right.
license.
Right, the Pro license, which definitely Pro is so much nicer than free for sure with Unity, but I don't know. Some of the stuff I'm seeing in Unity 5 looks really good so far, but it's still nowhere near what Unreal does, and for a lot cheaper is Unreal. So, and
I mean, it comes down to what are you looking to do in your game.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you're making a 2D game, Unity's the way to go.
yeah, Unity probably is
A
better.
lot of the 2D games I've been playing lately have all been like Unity based, and it's like, well, Unity's probably still the way to go for that.
Right.
But
Unity's
Unreal
awesome.
would probably be miserable to try and do that.
Yeah, I know
I mean,
in
I've
terms
seen-
of like the global game jam that I participated in, like a lot of the indie developers, like I didn't know anyone other than me who was using Unreal for that. Like every
Really?
single person I talked to was all using Unity or similar programs like that.
It might be just because they're used to it, and also from a programmer's perspective, Unity is probably easier to get into. I mean, with the
Right.
programmers I work with, like they love Unity because they know C
Right.
Sharp
Just writing C Sharp or
well,
Java.
or Java. Yeah, they always hate Java. I remember I made a script in Java, and they're like,
Nobody
"What
likes
the hell are you doing?"
Right.
Granted, nobody likes C
I
Sharp.
like writing C Sharp.
They're like, "Joe, it works, and it looks the code is good, but it's still Java, and I'm changing it." I'm like, "Okay."
Sorry, I know Unreal's important, but I have cookies.
I have really fancy chocolate.
Yeah. But I don't know, and also I don't know, has anyone messed with CryEngine yet at all?
Now, I want to add to Unreal. It mostly seems like they're trying to improve building on it,
Yeah.
and like the graphical stuff's nice, but it's kind of odd for Unreal Engine to take almost like a second seat to that and actually improve on the usability of actually building in it, which is bizarre
Well,
to me.
Yeah, it's still like so damn good looking anyways. I mean, even Unreal 3, some of the stuff you get away with. So I think that was the main thing they had to focus on before. It just made it a lot more accessible. You can just jump in and do stuff really fast. And I think that was partially to get more indie developers because a lot of stuff is going that way. And those are the people who actually are, there's tons of little indie companies or like just a couple guys or whatever that need a license or something. And
Well, I was
that's
watching Steve. I don't know if that's a new project you're working on, Steve, or whatnot, but I was watching him on Twitter the other night, and he was just flying through it.
Oh,
No,
that
yeah.
was for the global game jam.
Mhm.
And right now,
Right.
Joe's thinking, "You're so goddamn unprofessional eating a cookie on the podcast. What the hell's wrong with you?"
I don't care. Whatever. There's been a few times I've been drinking.
It doesn't make loud, crunchy noises.
No, I'm glad it doesn't. No,
And
I
you
don't
know,
hear
you're
it at
not
all.
tempted to go. Good cookie.
Yeah, I'm still wondering how CryEngine is, but I haven't been able to get my hands on it. From everything I've heard, it makes stuff really, really pretty, but it's a pain in the ass to work with.
It's a
And that's
pain in
why-
the fucking ass.
Yeah, that's why it's $10 instead of 20.
It can be called Suicide Simulator.
Yeah.
Whatever the last version was, 2012.
But,
It's like, why does your head keep on falling off? I want to cut my wrists.
but anyway, anything else to add to that?
Game engine licenses are real expensive. Listening to a friend of mine talk about Loki stressing out about trying to get Wander submitted to the Sony people before his license runs out. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
Christ.
stupid expensive, and so is certification stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't understand cert on consoles anymore. Like, you pay a lot of money, and then you could just like put the most, like, if you're Ubisoft, you can just put shit through it, and they're like, look good, thanks.
Mhm.
It's like, but it doesn't work. No, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want your money, dumbass.
All right. Well, anything else?
I don't know.
Nope.
I think you
Well-
need to get your body pillow.
No.
I mean, I
it's
can
fine
get
with me.
mine.
I'm not
Yes.
touching
Mine's
Gabe.
probably a bit more creepy than his.
Yes, we need
I
to
don't know
close out
about
with
that.
body pillows.
All right. I do have one thing to say. It's not really about Unreal. It's this next And the last topic that we have, Nick, you're gonna have to explain it to me a little bit.
Well, it's Janet's topic. It's not mine.
Oh, it is.
Put it on there.
So creative uses of specific platforms, traits, peripherals, and gameplay, such as cameras, motion sensing.
Okay.
Controls,
Yeah, dude,
etc.
I just basically copied her Twitter thing and just like, okay, there.
Okay, so let me explain it a bit more. I have a Vita.
Yeah.
Has a touchscreen, touchpad, camera,
And your keychain, apparently.
and lots of keychains because I'm trash. I have a lot of keychains on all my shit. So I was playing Murasaki Baby, which is real weird. Not gonna lie, Murasaki Baby, real weird.
I can imagine.
But Murasaki Baby, I appreciated in that it played to the strengths of what was available on the Vita. It's almost entirely touch-based. So, like, on the front touchscreen, you have things you need to do. On the back touchscreen, you can control the environment. So it's a lot of really awkward holding and weird taps in places.
You mean reach
Okay.
arounds?
Yes. But it worked for what they were trying to achieve. And at one point, I had to actually flip my Vita upside down for certain puzzles. Like, there were puzzles where it was like, oh, you need to flip, like, it would show this little thing that was like, flip your Vita, and I was like, and the baby would fall onto the ceiling, and
Did it, like, when you look back at it, was it like, haha, you actually did that?
no, that would totally break how kind of creepy this game is. But like things like that, I think are really cool. Like when I was at PSX, they had a demo for Tearaway for the PS4,
Mm-hmm.
and like you had to use the touchpad on the controller to bounce objects. It actually utilizes the light bar to stun enemies. Just like little things like that, I think are great. Like for Phantom Hourglass for the DS, there's a map that you have to close your DS for to imprint it onto like your map.
Right. There's that part where they make you yell at the screen too.
And they're, like, I like when games try and utilize some of the more underused aspects of a system.
Yeah, to a point I'm okay with that. With other things, though, I don't want to be yelling at my screen to actually make it do something.
Well, you can blow
Weird.
into the microphone for most of the yelling stuff.
True.
Well, you know you could not play that though, right?
Yeah, well, I don't, so.
Well, I mean, Gary Busey would be screwed on that because he yells at everything. He
Yeah.
just like yells sentences.
But-
Tell him, okay, be quiet. What?
I need my 3DS.
It's like in Heavy Rain when you had to like turn the controller like a steering wheel.
Right. You had to use your tongue to press buttons because you ran out of fingers.
No, I
seriously
just started
used my nose a couple
playing the controller real funny. I was playing something on my PS4 the other day, and it was making me like do weird things with the controller, and I was like, that's neat. You know, it's like there's a lot of really weird aspects to especially handheld systems that I feel just aren't utilized, and when they are, I think it's really, really, really neat.
Mm.
Because it's like, well, this game was okay overall, but I appreciate that it tried to do this.
Yeah, it's definitely a way to add creativity to the way games play.
I mean, the downside is sometimes it feels tacked on, because like I bought the Katamari for the Vita too, which is a bad game. Don't do it. But
That's all
you can they've got touch controls for that, and it feels really weird.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
think
called
it's-
Time Like Katamari?
My
I
2
forget the
cents
game.
on it is that stuff that the Vita did with like Little Big Planet, Escape Plan. I remember even like Hot Shots Golf. There was like some dumb stuff like you can press like the trees, but there's like that one thing like to move your character like on the tee left or right so you can like hook a shot a little bit better or something. You actually had to like do the reach around on the screen and pick your character up off the ground and move them like this. I was like, okay, that's just fucking cool. You know, it's like I love that. It's so stupid ridiculous.
Well, and then there's just other times that like I also bought Pixel Junk Monsters on the Vita because I buy that game for every platform.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
And like You can play that game almost entirely with touch.
Mhm.
It's really difficult, and I don't recommend it because I accidentally like move my little tiki man a lot when I'm in the middle of something. But I find myself touching the screen whenever I'm like in a menu a lot. Maybe it's just because I've gotten so used to using my phone for stuff, and my phone's all touchscreen based that.
Right.
Yeah, I'll say that is one thing I did notice when I had a Vita is I was using the touch screen for menus a lot. And then I'd be like, ew, oil.
Wipe. Yeah, like I
beautiful LED screen.
like I appreciate that stuff, and I really wish that like you could see more of that stuff on the 3DS. But I also wish that they would take the 3D off the 3DS completely, like they did
I
with
do
the
too.
3DS while still being a clamshell.
I feel like that cuts down on the way the screen works just because they're wasting power on the 3D.
Well, you saw what they
my
did with the new...
roommate,
Oh,
What?
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
my roommate's 3DS is busted. It's permanently 3D.
Oh god.
Oh.
I would get rid of that.
Yeah.
Well, with the new 3DS coming out, she's like really
Right.
excited about that.
But like the one thing I hate is when you take your 3DS outside, even if you have the 3D turned all the way off, you still get this weird looking glare on your screen just because of the way the screen's designed, and that drives me crazy.
Like a friend of mine actually has the 2DS, and she really likes it. There's no glare on that
Why are you going outside, Steve? Let's go outside.
because the outside's
That's what
not.
handhelds are for.
It was 65 degrees today in Las Vegas. It was lovely.
The last time I went outside was with
near.
a Game Boy.
I was standing out in line playing my 3DS earlier because I'm awful.
No, but no, you're absolutely right. The thing that kind of still, for me, for the 3DS that kills it, and this is maybe a problem that I have, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a super sensitive guy. The lower screen, the plastic touch screen, why is that not glass by now? Or like something better? Because every time I use the stylus on that thing, it doesn't matter how lightly I press. I don't know if I'm just like Gigantor or something, but I scratch the shit out of that thing like all the time. I'm like, I get so annoyed. Like everything else I've used, even like the Vita, it had a plastic screen, but it was all thumbs. Like, just give me a bottom screen that I can use my thumbs on. I don't want to use a stylus. I'm like,
See, I don't have that problem, but I have like decently long nails, so I just kind of like tap with my nails on the lower screen.
yeah, if I did that, then people would be freaked out. Because
Yeah, probably.
it'd be like you're Satan or something. It's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you growing your nails, Nancy?
You can do whatever you want. This is America. Don't let them bring you down.
But I do. People judge me all the
to the
time.
man with your long fingernails.
I am the man. That's the problem.
Well, don't stick it to yourself. That'll be awkward.
Oh, no. Just let developers do it.
Oh.
But anyways, let's see.
Oh, got anything else, guys? 'Cause I am messed up.
Real hype for Monster Hunter 4. Kind of upset we aren't getting the smaller new 3DS.
Oh, we're only getting the XL. Yeah.
I
We're
would
only
get the
getting
XL. if they were gonna
We're
get
only
it
getting
anyway.
the XL in 2 out of the 4 colors, although that's more of a problem with retail, with how retail works here, than it is anything else.
Well, also,
Like-
Nintendo's probably like, Americans are huge, so they want the XL. They don't want the small one.
I can see not bringing the XL, but my other problem is that we're not getting like the other 2 colors. Because red and
Yeah.
black are great and everything, but they have a really pretty navy blue and a bright white that they're offering in other territories. And a lot of it has to do with how we do retail. It's the same problem with like the Skylander figures and the Amiibos and the Disney Infinity characters. You only ever see a couple on the shelves.
Right.
And that's because in American retail, we try and have as much product out on the shelves, so shelf space is at a premium, where in Europe and in Asian countries it's a lot more common for you to just bring up a card to a place and they get it out of the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afford to
Didn't
have-
Toys R Us used to do that? Or do you still do that? I don't know.
Some places
Yeah,
do,
some
but overall, when your big retailers like Target and Walmart aren't willing to do that,
Well, that's because they can't train people good enough to do that stuff.
like it's really depressing
People get
because
this in the back. What the hell is this?
what is the back? No,
Yeah,
because
what?
at this convention I was at last weekend, my friend paid $90 to get a hold of the Wii Fit Trainer and the Villager amiibos.
Oh, yeah, they're super hard to find.
Yeah,
they're
Well,
those
because
are.
they got one run, and that was it.
Mhm.
Where, like, my British friend's like, you guys are having problems finding those? I can send you some, but they probably won't work because of region locking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, that's the same thing that happened with the GameCube adapters. You still can't find those anywhere.
Yeah. Even though isn't there there's a company that's isn't it Nico whatever, they're making their own version. or something.
Yeah, but those are knockoff ones. I don't know if I would trust
But
that.
it's Ico.
Well, the nice thing about those ones, I guess, is they actually work on PC. So,
I mean, it's a
You
few bits of wire and a plug. I mean, I don't see how they could screw
Yeah.
that up.
I guess.
I'm sure it is.
I don't know. For a fighting game, though, I feel like something like that's kind of important.
You might have
Speaking
some.
No.
of fighting games,
They're using substandard wires. It's going to add latency.
speaking of fighting games, anyone else see the Evo roster for this year?
No, I have not seen it yet.
Smash Bros. Is on it.
Oh,
Smash
yeah.
Brothers Melee and Wii U
And the-
are
Right.
Evo main stage this year.
So isn't Tekken
Persona
7, which
4.
isn't even out yet, is on going to be there?
Let me go check, because, like, since it's going to be down the street from where I live, of course I'm going.
Yeah.
You lucky
Like, it's $20 to go as a spectator, and last year I got a T-shirt out of that $20 and a fan. Hold on, I might have a fan.
Janet loves her swag.
Love my swag. Where's my fan?
If I
You
go, I
hear me use
see you
swag
have,
properly. Okay?
if
Swag
I
is
go, I
cheap.
see you
crap.
have empty space in your closet. You mind if I just kind of crash here?
No, my
Okay,
dresser's in my closet. You can crash on the couch.
Oh, okay.
This is the fan they gave us last year, and this is like actually wood and fabric. It's not even cheap
Wow.
paper.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty nice.
It was real handy because it got real hot in the competitor room.
I bet.
Mm.
I still have like all that PSX swag. I just send all that shit out. I'm so sorry about that anyway.
Get on that.
I've been busy. I've also been broke. Send me money. This is a group effort.
Yeah. You want to donate to us? Nothing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It-
Let's see here.
It'll be used
Game
for
this year's
production,
Evo.
webcams, and drugs.
The tourney games for this year's EVO main stage are Super Street Fighter 4 Ultra, Smash Brothers for the Wii U and Melee, Killer Instinct, MVC3, Guilty Gear Xrd. Oh wow, XRDs. Mortal Kombat, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and Tekken 7.
Do you guys think I should go and join a tournament for Street Fighter? See what happens when you're 35?
I've seen Stranger Things. I'm kind of real mad Skullgirls isn't main stage this year.
That's
Yeah,
a
that'd
good
be
point. Skullgirls is a really freaking awesome game. I love it.
It is.
It just has too small of a roster. That's my only problem.
Yeah,
with
that's no problem.
Well, even then though, I mean, like it's been side stage at EVO for the last couple of years. I'm real mad it's not main stage yet because Injustice was main stage
I
last
mean,
year.
I think from a technical standpoint, it is a fantastic, one of the best fighting games there is. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's
there's
amazing.
For me, the reason I like the smaller roster, it goes back to the same reason I like Street Fighter 2 and like maybe 2 Turbo the best. The problem is when you get large rosters like Street Fighter has now, you get a lot of characters that pretty much are balanced almost exactly the same with like one or a little.
Right,
another
yeah, you get all the
tweak here.
clones.
Yeah. So with something like Skullgirls or those older Street Fighters, there's so much diversity between them.
Oh,
It
yeah,
really
everybody's
makes the
unique.
fights interesting and unique in a way because they when you add that many characters, you have to add a bunch of extra special moves. I mean,
Right,
like
and
Street
there's the
Fighter Alpha.
balance.
Yeah, Street Fighter Alpha 3 started adding like mid-air recoveries and shit because there were so many damn people and stuff in there. I mean, it was cool. It was like the Matrix, but still, it's like it kind of screwed up the game. But
Yeah.
But anyway, if you guys want to come out for EVO, it takes place in like mid-July. You can crash on my couch.
We'll see.
Like honestly, even just the $20 spectator pass is worth it just to be in the room and watch a whole bunch of people yell "oh" at the same time.
it would be awkward to have.
Last year, I was watching like Melee finals and MVC finals, and you could like cut the hype with a knife.
I think it would be awkward to have Joe sleeping on top of me on the couch.
Well, I mean, one of you guys could sleep on the floor, I
You
guess.
say that.
Say that now. Actually, no. It'll be mid-July. It'll be hot here.
Think about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got nothing else, so I think we should call it quits for today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
So
We've been over an hour.
yeah, over an hour. So to everyone, thank you for joining, and hopefully see you next month. Joe, follow me at merchant_lemon on Twitter. Nick, go ahead.
Cell processing
Steve.
at Twitter. So
At Steve Rakar. It's RAKAR.
And
Janet, what the fuck are you this month?
Yeah, you change your name every week.
Waifu. Actually, no. Like my handle is still at Anarchy Marie. You can
Yeah.
also follow me on Instagram to see more pictures of food. I don't know, cause I was really excited about becoming a Christmas cake because I'm finally 25, so now I'm a Christmas cake. And then once I became a Christmas cake, it's like, well, I guess I need a new Twitter persona. I'm Octahedron Waifu. I just want to let you guys know that octahedrons are the best. I mean, you got Romuel from Ava, you got the big crazy thing from No Man's Sky. Octahedron for life.
Okay.
Anyway,
But yeah, I'm at Anarchy Marie. I guess you can listen to me talk about Twin Peaks. What have I been talking about today? White Castle. I think today's been White Castle tweets.
I don't know. Me and you were going on a rage about what the hell. Crap. Now I feel stupid. What was it? Itagaki and a bunch of other dumb Japanese guys were eating that day, and we were reposting or retweeting a bunch of dumb shit.
Dude, all Kojima does is post about dumb movies and food. Kojima,
Yeah, the other day he's like, "Look at this beautiful sunset." And I'm like, "I agree, retweet. That's a good use of Twitter."
Actually, no, I did retweet something about board game stuff, about how you shouldn't just color code cards. You should also add symbols to them that are unique. In the event you have people that have hard time seeing certain colors or for different lighting and whatnot.
Right.
It's that's handy. But yes, my Twitter lately has just been anime bullshit, White Castle, and Twin Peaks.
pretty much. Or yelling at me for something.
Huh?
I think I was also talking about the Gore Magala. I'm gonna get a Gore Magala forearm tattoo. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
I'm in control of the button. It will never end.
Oh man, so I can tell you guys more stories.
Yeah. So, anyways, Grant, thanks for joining, you asshole.
yes.
Later.
Thank you, Grant.